Hey, gang. It's been quite a week, and it's time for Under the Cowl of MS podcast, where I talk about whatever I want from the whole week and whatever's going on, wherever, whenever, whatever pops in my mind. You see, I finally got a couple things behind me on the walls hanging there. I'll get into that in a little bit. I think for starters, let's see, I will just do a couple, believe it or not. So, it's been a while since we did any of these, and I'm curious what's up with this world of ours before I was born. See, you got the Wonder Child, a 13-year-old girl succeeded where some of the most noted clockmakers of Europe had failed. In 1910, the old clock in the tower of the Church of Penn, ancestral home of William Penn's family, stopped after running for 195 years. For 15 years, many of the foremost clockmasters of Europe tried in vain to make it run again. The city authorities had given up hope when a little 13-year-old girl named Patricia Cuthbert applied for permission to try her hand at the task. She succeeded where the professionals had failed. Not only was the clock repaired, but it had been running ever since and keeping perfect time. Yeah, a little picture of the castle clock area. Yeah, way back then, girls were kicking the professionals' ass. What English word contains the names of 7 heathen gods in order? I don't know, but I want to know. See, yeah, go way back. This must be a double sided. Yeah, it's a flip book. Okay, the answer should be here. This is page 32. Panorama. Basically, the different gods were Pan, Ano, No, Ra, Rama, Ama. Never heard that before. Alright, one last thing here. Dr. William C. Corgis, a famed surgeon, operated on a soldier by the light from a jar of fireflies. That's pretty cool. These are all quick little things. I'm going to do these since they're at the bottom of the page. Reconnaissance and concessionaire are the longest English words written without a looped letter either above or below the line. Radon, although it is a gas, is 4 times as heavy as iron. Holy shit. It's pretty interesting. 10,989 can be multiplied by 9 by simply reversing the original number. I'm guessing that means that if you multiply it by 9, it'll be 9,000 or 98,901. Cleave, Cleave, means both to adhere and to divide. And you use a cleaver, you're definitely going to be doing some dividing. There are 28 Adams. There are 28 Adams streets in Boston, Massachusetts. Why would you have 28 of the same streets in one state? That's weird. And that's just in Boston, Massachusetts, so it could end up uh, being even more than that in the whole state, depending on the other towns. But yeah, I like checking out the little things from just to give us some history of things from our past that we may or may not know, may or may not have completed. Let's see here. That's a rebate. Just looking over my mail. Uh, been a pretty bummer week so far. We lost Ozzy Osbourne yesterday, and I did a little thing on my Facebook. I I just whipped it up with in about 5 to 10 minutes. Just trying to think of a nicer way to represent someone's passing. If I could, okay, there it is. What I wrote for him when I found out that Ozzy passed away, and if you haven't seen footage of his uh, latest concert tour, his final concert tour, uh, just look on YouTube. There's a variety of great little footage and stuff, but there was one of the guys I follow looked at a full concert of it that someone had recorded, and Ozzy still kicked ass vocally, but he was set up in his big throne, so you didn't have the old Ozzy running across the stage, running back and forth from side to side, which I see many times in concerts. Uh, but yeah, it was. I'm happy that they did that final concert run. Uh, got my work stuff, which I'm going to talk about that too. Uh, yeah, I had a blast with Ozzy concerts. They always put on a great show. Always had great opening bands and all that. And I seen them in concert a bunch of times before they started the Monsters Rock and all that stuff, which we also went to. I think I went to two different ones. I think one was Monsters of Rock. I can't remember what the name of the other one was. Uh, but they're always fun concerts. Ozzy always. There's two people that pretty much run the stage and control the stage and go nonstop. I mean, just constant movement. And that's Ozzy and Angus Young, as far as concerts I've seen, where those two just go nonstop, running back and forth, doing all their little things that they like to do. But seeing them in the throne for the final concert tour, it still felt like a perfectly done Ozzy concert. I think it was very well laid out. The throne is awesome in its own. Just checking out that thing for the longest time, seeing what's all on it. Uh, but I'm glad they did it that way. It's better than having them standing and collapse or something like that, because you could see there's moments where he's got his kind of like with my MS muscle pain when it gets really bad, the muscular pain. It gets to a point where it's kind of like throbbing and irritating. You just want to massage it, rub it, work on it, hit it, slap it, anything to get it to change its feeling, change the way it's doing stuff, and to your body. But you can see how he started doing his leg stomping and stuff like that, and getting the arms and shoulders going and stuff because his body was probably overall covered in pain, and it's just his way of releasing it if it's anything like the way I deal with my pain. Uh, that's why I do that, deal with that, and my little out loud sighs or blowing air, just walking through a store. I do that a lot. I don't know why, but it just makes me accept my pain at that moment. But yeah, I do a lot of weird things to try and counter the pains, and I think that's what he was doing. And if you look back to a year ago, I think it was, which was so stupid that he wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame until a year ago. I think that's what it was, the ceremony I watched. He was in the throne then also, and you could see him moving away, and then all the Jack Black and all them did a little concert type thing, taking turns, singing songs, playing different instruments, all that shit. There's a variety of people that were up on stage doing that. Uh, but yeah, back that a year ago, you could tell he was dealing with it. I think there was something disclosed about Parkinson's, but with Jack having MS, his son, and me seeing some signs in his daughter when she was having problems with heat issues and stuff, I was talking back then that I was wondering if she didn't have some type of MS issues starting to pop up too. But yeah, it's not hereditary, but when you see people do certain things, you can kind of estimate whether or not they might be dealing with some type of issue, problem, neurological disorder, or something. But yeah, Miss Yazzie. But what I wrote was, don't be paranoid and show no more tears. Be an Iron Man and don't give in to a suicide solution. It's time to get on the crazy train and tell Mama I'm coming home. Take a shot in the dark and join Lemmy and other greats under the graveyard. Time after time, we took the road to nowhere, while Mr. Crowley tried to take us straight to hell for committing the ultimate sin. Now you can be a hellraiser and do the zombie stomp with the children of the grave. Take care and goodbye. R.I.P. Ozzy. But yeah, that's one of the most liked things I posted on Facebook in a long time. But I could have done his whole playlist probably because I had all kinds of things going through my head. But I'm like, nah. I picked out some of my favorite tunes, and put it there. Made that little quote thing for Ozzy, but that sucks. I mean, he lived way beyond his years. He should have passed away in his 20s, 30s with the lifestyle that we dumb youngins run around living up and partying, and yeah, he did succeed in beating the Death Dragon many times. Lived to a nice ripe old age. Yeah, it would have been nicer to go a little longer, but his body was shutting down, and he can almost, certain people just don't want to be known for walking around with oxygen bags and hooked up to wire machines and all that stuff. So I think this was the best way for him to go. It's like Jimmy Buffett, he passed too young, sadly. We're seeing lots of people that are having problems now that are passing away or will pass away probably relatively soon, and it just sucks. Seeing our childhood and just start to disappear and knowing that you're right in line with it. But then today we had another one. Hulk Hogan passed. I think he was 71. So I don't know if he was dealing with something. Uh, and we lost Sabu just a little while ago. And now Hulk Hogan. And just what they put their bodies through and stuff. I could see something like that being an issue. But I haven't heard nothing about him in a while, which is pretty unusual. He likes to at least touch the limelight every now and then and be part of things. So he might have been suffering through something too. It's like between cancer, Parkinson, all these other neurological diseases, physical diseases, muscular diseases, all that. It just, yeah. I get it that people want to hide and just wait till they pass, but we supported you our whole lives. Doesn't hurt to open up to us and let us know where you are. I get it that it can be annoying with thousands of people contacting you, writing you, all that stuff. But if you put yourself out there, your people want to know what's up. You're not going to get judged for it. People are just going to care. And it's like someone is an asshole. I'll tell you, I guarantee all the other people will attack them for you. But, but yeah, it's been kind of a bummer lately with all the people passing and stuff. But it sucked with Ozzy. Big part of my musical life, I know that. I mean, Black Sabbath years. We had every record. We listened to him constantly in high school. But yeah. But if you have a Works weed whacker, they usually have the spools for life that you can get. It used to cost like six something shipping. And all you're getting from was six of these little spools. And they won't let you order any more than one pack, which is stupid. Because if you're paying for shipping, you can get probably 100 packs in a box and ship it for the same price as what it takes to ship six of them. It used to be six something to ship them to you. The spools are free, but you're paying for the shipping. Now the shipping on Works is up to, I think it's nine something, just under $10. And I'm like, no, because I was weed whacking a couple days ago, and my last chunk of string shot out of my weed whacker, and I don't know where all my backup spools are at the moment with us moving into the new place. They're buried somewhere in the garage. I'll find them in about 5 years. But I'm like, screwed. I'm just going to go on Works, order another six pack, see if I can order a couple of them. But nope, they won't let you. But instead, I looked on eBay, or no, Amazon, and I got 16 spools. And they don't give you these with Works, but new covers. Got four new covers, which is a good thing because I have two Works weed whackers, and one of mine, the cover, one of the little side arms on the cover snapped off. So that way I can use that one again as a backup. But yeah, 4, 8, yeah, then 16 spools plus four uh, caps for 14 or $15. So for basically $5 more than what it cost me at Works for six spools, I got 16 spools for $5 more. So that's an extra 10 plus four caps covers. It's like, why are they even doing it? If you're not gonna be nice, I mean, at least let people get three sets of spools, three packages, 6 packs. I mean, it'll be the exact same shipping. I mean, don't be stupid. And it's just that drives me nuts. It's like we don't need to be taken advantage of this way. It's like, are they really benefiting from it? They should be, because I can stick those spools into a small priority, the tiny priority box, and ship it for, I want to say, under $8, $6, 6 to 8 bucks, but I could be wrong. Oh, yeah, hiccups, but my coffee's going cold. Ah, damn it! It's just past a good layer of heat. But yeah, so that was sad seeing that, finding out. Lost a couple good people this week. Lost lots of people over the past years and so. Now I want to talk about what you see up here. My two pictures. I set them up so the wolves kind of, I mean, if you look at them from my living room, the wolf is just a little bit higher than the deer, so it kind of looks like the wolf pack is up on a hill by the lake, and the buck is running across the icy lake because it noticed the wolves and was taking off. Got the one wolf howling. But if you look at that picture, I don't know if you're getting what reflections you're getting on it, but that is the original print of the Pabst Wolf mirror. So if you ever collected beer mirrors back in the day, that is the exact image that was put on the Pabst Wolf mirror. My aunt picked that up for my dad years ago, and now that my dad's gone, I made sure I got my hands on pictures that mattered to me because I didn't want to lose them. I stupidly hung both those pictures without cleaning them. There's blotches on the glass and stuff, fingerprints. I gotta do that yet, but it's like I gotta pull my whole giant chair out and all my boxes of comics around it out of the way. But did that. I have the original or the Pabst Wolf mirror. I think I might have two of them because one of them got some water damage and got wrinkled. But I think I'm gonna put the original above that one or up above the door going to the kitchen. I think it might be too tall for there. If it is, then it's going up here. But you'll see that in time. Those are two. Actually, I'm gonna hit this light for a second, see if that helps. Oh, yeah, I can't tell what you're seeing because my computer screen went all weird colored for doing it. Oh, there's a better picture of the wolf. Let's get it like that. And we got Scary Girl. And of course, we got our goat. I love the goat. If you ever listen to Kathleen Madigan's podcast, she has one of those apparently because she sets it off every now and then. But yeah, two of my favorite pictures. This one, I don't know if I mentioned it to you in the past, if I showed it or not, but this one, when we had the 7 bar restaurants, catering businesses and stuff, there was a pile of pictures laying in my brother's back room, and that one was just laying there, unframed, just in the mat. Shit. Okay, that's not good. I just had a tick on me. All right, so gotta get this into something so it can't get out. Okay, yeah, that was nice. I got the MS chigger thing going on, or it feels like critters are crawling on me all the time, and I just pulled a tick off my chest. Thought it was the MS fake insects in my flesh feeling thing. It was a tick. Damn it. That pisses me off. I gotta check my cat because I haven't been in the brush at all today, but I just had him on my lap. And of course, freaking tick. Uh, I hate ticks. That's the one insect I can deal without. uh, that bums me out. Gotta check my cat. So we don't have that many trees, but he hangs out in the neighbor's bushes. So I'm guessing that's where he got it from. But people hate possums, but I love possums. They eat ticks. They'll eat them all. They like those stupid things. I gotta, I'm gonna have to take that thing over to the counter and burn it. That's the only way you really get rid of the damn things because they're flat skinned and they don't, you can't really squish them, can't really do much anything to them other than burn them. All right. My mind's all over and all over the place now. I can't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, that's what I was talking about, the deer. It was just in a mat sitting in our one business's office, and Dad was there one day, and I noticed it, and I just made the comment that it's a bummer that that thing isn't framed. And so that's one of my favorite looking pictures that we had back there. And all of a sudden, within a week later, Dad brought it in this nice, awesome blue frame, which matches it perfectly. And those two frames together look good, equally together. But yeah, that's no, I can't stop looking for ticks. I hate fucking ticks. I figured with us not being up at the old house anymore and just having a few trees down here, that we'd be pretty safe. Apparently not. Damn it. Oh well, I gotta get off that. Uh, we'll call this section uh, learning with swag. Swagda. Swag the other day was doing a video, mentioned that he wanted to learn how to use chopsticks, didn't know how to. And if you go to a Chinese restaurant, you can get free chopsticks there that you can throw away, but I like keeping them. So they get nice new rounded wood ones. Some have plastic ones and stuff. But I never learned how to use chopsticks. I just taught myself. So I don't know. Someone could tell me if I'm doing it completely wrong. But basically, I use my thumb kind of like a hinge that goes on one side of both of them. And then this part of your hand also becomes a hinge. Because I end up doing the thumb and forefinger on the top one. And then like the back part of my thumb and the middle finger on the bottom one. It's been a long time since I did it. Okay, I'm wrong. I put my finger next to my pinky finger, the ring finger, on the opposite hand. But I put that against the bottom one. The thumb still goes across, so it's touching both. And then the pinky supports this finger on the bottom. And then these three fingers grip the top. And then I can. Okay, so I suck. I drop all my stuff. But so it's not the greatest. I guess I'm not helping Sway go with that one. And this one does have a little bend to it, but I just can't get a good strong grip. It's not bad, but yeah. I don't know, just practice and try and catch a fly, I guess, like Mr. Miyagi-san would tell us back in the day. I'm dropping stuff everywhere. All right, what else did I have to talk about? Oh, my Fox 6 investigates. I think I mentioned they came and recorded me. We ended up staying outside, going by both of the locks that got done by the locksmith. Oh, the one that got done and the one that got destroyed. And had explained everything on camera for them. They were here for a good half hour to an hour and took a good chunk of video footage, but ended up only using probably 10 minutes of it. But it was funny because they do their Fox 6 investigates uh, thing, which you can go on Fox 6 and look up the shows, and you'll see it on there. The picture for the that episode is of the front of my garage with the three doors, and I end up being the first person they talk to on there, and it's funny because they have like thousands of dollars worth of things they helped out with this year, and that they talk about on that episode. But they start with me, which was just getting $530 back and then getting my door fixed. Everything feels like something's crawling on it now. And then they show pictures of people that had bigger recoveries from them. And then they got an older guy at the end that also has a smaller recovery that they did. You would think that they'd use the people with the big recoveries, but maybe they didn't want video footage or something of themselves. But I was happy with what they did. They Now I feel them crawling in my damn ear. uh, Ticks. They suck. Most useless, worthless damn insect in the world. Used to be skeeters. Now it's ticks. I'll take a billion skeeters over one frickin' tick. But yeah, that was cool. And I didn't tell anybody I was gonna be on there. My youngest sister called me, messaged me because she caught it on her. She watches Fox 6 all the time. But yeah, it was nice and simple. Hot as hell out. I got dry mouth really bad, sweating like a pig. But hopefully they showed the best footage. Or happily they showed the best footage. Uh, Family home's gone. I drove past today. The for sale sign's gone. There was a half a dozen vehicles in the driveway. It looked like a carpet layer was there, or flooring person. So I would assume they're putting all wood floors in where the carpeting was. It just, yeah, it sucks. Last piece of our family history in this town is gone now. Some jackass that's going to just rip it up and make it completely different, probably turn it into a rental or something. Finished off the Hit Monkey show on Hulu. That's a good Marvel series. It's 2 seasons. A lot of fun. Makes me want to search for the comics now. I definitely want to read them. See what's up with them. And then I got a couple Dave Batista movies in my thing. But I watched Stuber, where Dave Batista is a officer that ends up get his partner gets killed, and he's intensely hunting the person that they lost that ended up killing his partner, and he gets LASIK eye surgery because his eyes are going bad, and Kamal Nanjiani ends up being his Uber driver, and he uses him to chase this guy down, and they get in all kinds of fights, and the guy's car gets very well abused. They worked great together. I like Dave and Kamal together. Had a little bit of comedic back and forth banter, but yeah, I didn't mind it. It was a fun show. I enjoyed checking it out. The other one that I have kind of looks like Dave Batista's like a miner or something, a cowboy. I don't know. It looks more Western style show, so we'll see what's up with that. Uh, if you are looking for comic books, look up Psychotronic Squirt Gun on YouTube. And Mondays, Aaron, me, and Dan, Cicada Sonic, have been doing auctions. Aaron plans on having other people on there and stuff. So I don't know if I'll be on regularly or not, but I am definitely going through a ton of comics that I want to get rid of. Uh, there's $1, $2, $3 sales. There's more expensive comics also, but most everybody offers free shipping as long as you hit a certain amount. Dan's I believe, is you gotta spend $30 to get free shipping, and you can let your pile build each week until you're ready to have it shipped. Aaron, I think, offers free shipping as long as you have a decent pile to ship. I don't think he's going to do free shipping if you only bought like 2, 3 comics. Uh, but I could be wrong. And we've been doing everything from Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age, current. You get a nice variety of different things. Last week I did a bunch of mini Mad magazines, the little Mad trade paperback books types thing. I did some Star Wars magazines, Star Wars Indiana Jones, Star Wars Insider, Boba Fett, and then a variety of comics. But you can look at those. If you buy a pile, you can make me an offer for a pile of stuff, and I might consider it because I need the space. But I also just don't want to give stuff away completely. We mainly been doing trading because not too many people are buying on the live shows. So then we'll hear from people later and or whatever, and we can easily trade stuff. But check that out, Psychotronic Squirt Guns. Monday night show usually starts around 5 o'clock Central Time, I think, and we run for a few hours. Uh, Having the hardest time finding workers to fix my house. The plumber came in, that worked out great, but I haven't had anybody else return my damn calls or return my quotes. I sat there and had that roofing company come, and he said he'd have my quote within a week, week and a half, and it's been a few weeks. Even my auto mechanic, my truck sat here for 2 weeks, even though his helper called a couple Fridays ago and said that they'd get it either Monday or Wednesday of last week, so I made sure I was here the whole day. Both those days, and then I'm like, oh, did I mishear him? And it was this Monday and Wednesday. So I uh, waited this Monday and Wednesday too, and never seen or heard from him. So today I just went in, gave him my keys, and said, whenever you guys want, you can come pick it up, and re-explain to him why the drive lever just broke loose and it's not changing gear. So I can't put it in park. I can't put it in reverse to get it away from my garage door. But I went and ran errands, picked up Chinese food for dinner. Obviously, that's why I got chopsticks. And then I used to be decent with the chopsticks, but now I just haven't used them in so long. They fumble around in my hands. But yeah, by the time I got back from running my errands, uh, the truck was gone when I got home. So at least that is in the shop, so I can get back to emptying the damn storage sheds. So that's over with. I paid 2 more months on it. And gave him my notice and said I'd be out by the end of September. So I want to get my truck going again so I can do that. And just looking at my cat laying in his tunnel, I gotta go run my hand all over him and see if I find any ticks. Uh, that's pretty much everything for today. I don't know what was this that I was gonna talk about. No, it's just 99 ways to save money. I can talk about that some other time. uh, I need as many ways as possible to try and figure out how to save some cash because I thought I was a month ahead on my house payment, and here I'm just up to date. Because when I sent my first payment to the last mortgage company, they changed my companies right after I sent the payment out. And then the new company, my first payment ended up getting bumped up a month. So if I would have waited and didn't pay the other one, I could have put that payment towards my new mortgage company and been a month ahead. But I screwed that up too. But payment's a payment. I want to get those first 6 payments done. So if the interest rates drop, I can refinance. But they said I can't refinance till I make 6 payments. So that's no problem. But other than that, I'm starting to yawn. The heat today just kicked my ass. Picked up 2 bags of ice when I was 20 minutes away from home, so those things will probably be frozen in 2 giant chunks from the ice melting as I was driving. Uh, but yeah, a rainy, on off rainy day, but it's that humidity is still in the air in the Midwest. And we got the smoke from the Canadian fires. It's been kind of rough down here the past week. Looks like it's nighttime when it's daytime. But I am going to stop this now. Keep following under the Cowl of MS. You can follow that on YouTube, Instagram, and who knows whatever else. Uh, check out Crimson Cull Comic Club. Check out our comic book auction, Monday night comic book auction. Rate, review, subscribe, tell a friend, give us those likes. And if it's not too much trouble, leave a comment and I'll comment back. I've only had one stupid comment in a long time that I still haven't responded to. But yeah, I'm just looking because I feel like there was something else I wanted to show off that I came across. But I did, and they will be available in the next one. I am selling 2 slabbed comics. It's that Wonder Woman with the awesome reflection of her in his flight helmet. The Scion. Both this is the 9.6. This is the 9.2. I thought it was a 9.8. It's Scion. It's not that popular or anything. Those will be available on the next Monday's auctions, along with some other stuff. So stop in and check it out on Psychotronic Squirt Guns thing. If you want to see the old ones on my YouTube channel, just go into my channel pages and it's under live shows and friends shows underneath that grouping. And you can check out other things we've done. But yeah, be good to yourself. Be good to everybody else. Take care. Stay out of the heat. And we'll talk to you again soon. Bye.